All right. What's popping? What's popping, y'all? Straight to the point. Um, Lots of basketball to talk about. Lots and lots of NBA action to talk about. Um, Hopefully they send out, my notifications. Top of the morning to everybody. Um, no coffee this morning. Hope everybody feeling all right. I'm pretty sure everybody done got everything that they needed to say out of their system, but I quite haven't got everything out of my system. Okay. Uh, if you in here, please hit the like button. Hit that like button for your boy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in. Um, okay, where can I start at? Now, I did watch the Cavs and the Magic game, but uh, after Jalen had got hurt, I kind of knew that the Cavs pretty much were going to go ahead and they were going to take control. They pretty much taking control of that series anyway. They have the Magic. The Magic were all out of sync anyways. You know what I'm saying? Their inexperience is really starting to show. A lot of the team members. There's really no cohesiveness on the Magic team as much as it was in the regular season. The Magic look like a completely different team now in comparison to the regular season. Um, but of course, the Cavs they went ahead and they won that game. Um, the refs, man. I don't really like to make excuses, but everybody knows what truly happened in that game with Philly. What's up with it, Cypress? Nah, man. I gotta be petty. I gotta be petty, Memphis. And here's why. Memphis, you saw Nick Nurse call timeout twice, and Tyrese Maxey had possession of that game. That's why I was very heated last night, man. I was real heated. I paid attention to the Nuggets game, and this is the thing. I I figured the Lakers. I figured the Lakers. They up by 20. Cypress is right. The Lakers. They gonna go ahead and win it because shout out to the brother Dreamers Pro. I saw him. I saw him with a post, and he said something about the Lakers being up or something like that. So I figured, everybody was like, yeah, they going, the Lakers gonna go ahead and win. They gonna get this game. So I ended up falling asleep. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. I fell asleep. Man, it was like, hey, Memphis, man, it was like, I think, 3 minutes left to go in the game? And I'm like, what? I'm like, the Lakers done lost the lead? What's up, Ted? I'm like, what? Because I was already heated. I was already heated about, you know what I'm saying, them not calling timeout. Now, we played good, but, the thing about it is everybody's trying to blame Maxey, right? But I wasn't mad at Maxey taking it to the cup. Like his inexperience right there, it showed a little bit. He should have, more so tried to draw the foul, but they really weren't giving us nothing. As a matter of fact, when Maxey had fell, they should have called a foul on Brunson when he had fell and was trying to call timeout. When Nick Nurse tried to call timeout twice. Okay, now that right there, man, they got to review that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we could play that game too, but he shouldn't have gave up the ball to give it to Joel Embiid. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, he shouldn't have gave up the ball. He should have just went ahead and took control because you had the hot hand. Maxey had the hot hand. Okay, Tobias Harris was a no-show pretty much in after the second quarter. Okay, he was a no-show. And Kelly Oubre, although he did good on defense, he was a no-show offensively. No, but you're talking about, okay, you said, as far as us getting a rebound, the thing about it is Nick, when we did get the rebound and we had possession of the ball, they ignored our timeout. We called timeout. Nick Nurse called timeout twice. So I don't want to hear that. They talk about we didn't have possession of the ball. Maxey had possession of the ball. Did he or did he not? Embiid still think that he's going to win. Embiid is pretty much, I give props to Embiid, but man, he's not, you could tell that this guy is not 100%. This is not the same Embiid. Whatever the shot that they giving him in his knee to hold up, yeah, man, I'm telling you, Ted, man, you got to let Cypress know, man, and look, I don't like to do that. Hey, everybody that knows my channel and know how I get down, my guys within the LWC, they know how I get down. I don't be like, all with that conspiracy theories and stuff like that. That's why, when Memphis comes on and he be like, yeah, they going to make the Lakers win and all this other stuff, I'm like, I'm not with all of that. But in this case right here, in this scenario, man, the refs, man, they were cheating. And you know what? It's interesting too. The brother Turov for TV brought up something very, very key. He was talking about how the refs, they'll try to keep the game somewhat competitive. The refs know what they're doing because, let's just call it what it is. They're still out there betting. Okay, even though people getting caught up in gambling and stuff like that, they still out there betting and gambling, man. And I hate to have this. I hate to have this conversation, but it needs to be had. Yeah, there were some damn good games, with the exception of the Orlando and the Cavs game. I thought Orlando was really going to put up a fight, but, their inexperience is starting to show. I'm like, man, I saw one play where I'm thinking Mo Wagner just going to go up and just dunk on, I think it was Evans in the middle or something like that, man. They had pretty much a two, I think it was a 2-on-2. Might have been a 2-on-1, but they had a trailer. Man, and he had Paleo right there, Bashir, right on the right side, and he tried to throw an alley-oop, but then one of the Cavs players knocked it away. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and I just saw that, and I was like, yeah, y'all inexperience is starting to show. This is nothing like what y'all played. And then Jonathan Ivey, man, I don't know what's going on with him. LeBron looking at the call and go my way. My Sixers need to get it together, 100%. Well, listen, let's go ahead and talk about that because I know that's what everybody wants to talk about right now. Okay. First off, LeBron was hooping, man. Okay. AD was hooping. But the big person that you got to give a shout out to is D'Lo. D'Lo was doing it both on offense and as well as defense. Lakers had they had every every reason not to lose this game. Okay, they were doing great with the pick and roll. Uh, but like I said, okay, and I hate to sound like a broken record, you can't go to sleep on the Nuggets. I went to sleep on them. I went to sleep on them last night. Next thing you know, I'm like, man, they already within. They were going neck and neck, and you know, this is the thing. They should have stuck with feeding the ball to AD, okay, and still keep. They should have just stuck with the formula, doing the pick, especially the pick and roll. That was working for them. Doing everything that they needed to do. Instead, you want to sit up there, you want to try to force the issue, and then all these dumb, silly turnovers and stuff like that. Another thing is too. While everybody's talking about Jamal Murray, yes, Jamal Murray, yes, he iced the game. Yes, he did. I'm a big fan of Jamal Murray. But Michael Porter Jr., man, I don't think people realize how clutch that shot was, and a couple of those buckets that were made too. And then, of course, Jokic, with him being up there with Will Chamberlain and everything. But see, that's cap what they said, talking about Jokic. He has the most, I think it was like 20, and 10 or something like that. It's actually Will Chamberlain, but they didn't count it at that time. So, that's BS, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell anything that Will Chamberlain did. Yeah, D'Lo didn't get much touches. He didn't get much touches, but when he did, hey, he was doing his thing. They whatever formula they had, they should have stuck to that formula. That's why I got it in the title. you know, they should have stuck to the same format. Just stick to the same format. You don't need to change anything at all. But what do you want to do? You want to sit up there and allow this team to take control. If LeBron would have won this game, I would have came on here and I would have said him and AD single-handedly took control. But you can't say that. Yeah, Reeves was off. Do you think the Nuggets will win Game 3? It's possible. Hey, the Nuggets can win every game. They can sweep the Lakers. They really got the momentum. Listen, man, the Lakers are going to be under the most pressure too. Because the Nuggets got control of the series. They secured home. And then on top of that, you got to realize, man, playing in Denver, it's not easy to play in Denver. But I don't want to make that excuse and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw a Speak that show Speak with Joy Taylor and who is it? Oh boy, they used to play in the NFL. Lamont Hill, I think it was. What's up, Brown Sugar? But I saw Speak, and they were talking about how the altitude and stuff like that. Kobe ain't never had no problem with playing in the altitude. Kobe used to love playing in Denver. So I don't want to hear nothing about that altitude. Yes, is it hard to breathe in Denver? Yeah, I done been there. Even in the damn airport, man. Damn. If you ain't never been to Denver and been in that type of altitude, yeah, you'll be in for a shock. You'll be hyperventilating for a little bit, but other than that, you'll be all right. Okay, you keep saying that, but we don't know that. We don't know that yet. I mean, do you want the Lakers to win or something, Cypress? Because I thought you was a Spurs fan, or you must got money riding on the game or something. Because you can't. You've been saying that the last couple. Like you've been saying, yeah, the Lakers gonna win. like you rooting for them to win, man. But I want to know. Come on, man. Hey, we gotta really talk about this, man, because I mean, what do y'all feel was the biggest meltdown? Okay, was it the Lakers not playing defense? Was it LeBron and him making some terrible decisions? What was it? I don't want it to be a sweep this time. Well, I mean, but if they win, I mean, what's the difference? Whether it's a sweep or whether they whether they win 4 games, it don't matter. Either way, the media gonna be on them. And this is my thing: if the Lakers lose the next game, if they lose to LA, the series is over with, man. The series is over with. I'm not okay. I'm not gonna listen. The Lakers do got to punch this chance, all right? Because they were up by 20. They was up by a dub, man. These last couple games, they've actually been up. And then what does Denver do? It's like they strategize. It's like Mike Malone. He calls it. It's like they know when to turn it up and turn it off. That's a very dangerous thing about Denver. And see, another thing about Denver, what I keep telling you, okay, everybody's like, oh yeah, well, you could just leave these guys. You look at Michael Porter Jr., what did I tell you? He could get you 20. Jamal Murray, what did I tell you? He could get you 20. Jokic, he could get you 20. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other role players, you know what I'm saying? That they're able to do whatever. Like I said, you got 5 to 6 people, and that's dangerous. But everybody just keeps taking Denver lightly, like they're not a force to be reckoned with. You said LeBron was, and you said LeBron was getting too tired. Yeah, he was fatigued. Yeah, KCP. Yeah, like KCP could get you 20. KCP has kind of scaled back on the scoring. You know, a lot of people don't understand, man. KCP was this was the guy, man, that was considered. He was gonna take that next step when he was in Detroit. I think people forgot about that. What's up with it, Alex? You said, they've been getting tired in the fourth quarter. Well, yeah, I mean, these guys, Brown Sugar, these guys are like, all that mileage on their body. Like, yeah, you might work out in the off season and do all that other stuff, but you got to realize, listen, what they putting their body through. Man, these guys are always in the playoffs. If they're not deep in the playoffs, they in the finals, especially for Curry's sake. Well, LeBron's sake too, because 10 plus years of either going deep in the playoffs or, man, that's a lot of mileage. 82 plus games every single season. Then on top of that, y'all talk about signing up for the USA Olympics. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get no rest, you're putting your body at risk for injury. you know, as far as him limiting his minutes or whatever, if they do that, then that leaves the role players to step up and see. The only thing that the Nuggets really do that they're really cerebral at is really keying in on LeBron. They're trying to stop AD, but you're not going to stop AD. AD was a monster, man. He was a monster, but they stopped feeding him the ball. You stop feeding him the ball. Like I said, you should have just stuck with the same format. Everything would have been all right. Y'all would have had a game. I actually was shocked. I was like, damn, this is a game now. Because hey, for those of y'all that don't know, I fell asleep. I was so mad about the Sixers and the Knicks game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be petty. We got cheated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't like saying that, but we did. But man, it was a great night of basketball. It's still gonna continue. I'm sorry I didn't post the wins last night. Well, the results for the games last night. But your boy, he fell asleep. I was partially upset, partially tired. That's a bad combination. But I was more so upset, man, because we called timeout. The refs didn't even look our direction. They didn't even bother looking at our direction. Because if we would have had it, but we still had a possession. There's no excuse. We still had a possession. We actually had two chances to really ice the game. Hey, Stephen Green, did we not get cheated, man? Did we not get cheated? Did you see Nick Nurse calling timeout, man? And look, Stephen Green, man. Sometimes, most of the time we don't agree a lot on a lot of things, but on this one, man, you gotta agree with me. Hey, look, I'm actually begging for an agreement this time. I want somebody to agree with me on this. Most of the time, I want to see if somebody, if somebody gonna, challenge what I say. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we still had a chance to ice the game. Now, Tyrese Maxey's gonna learn from this. Okay, Tyrese Maxey should have just took control from that point. Okay, because Joel Embiid, he's still not 100%, and Tyrese Maxey had the hot hand. That block by Hardenstein, that was a good block, but he should have just tried to draw contact. You know what I'm saying? When he went in, because Maxey is so quick and he's so fast and so explosive. And I like, but we can't depend on the ref. We have to keep playing to win in Philly. Yeah, we can't rely on the refs, man. We've already figured that out. There's some sort of bias from the refs. It's like they kind of want to see New York win. You know what I'm saying? They want Madison Square Garden as to be somewhere in the Eastern Conference Finals or somewhere. They want to market the Madison Square Garden. That's what I'm saying. I could be wrong, but I don't know, man. Just something ain't right, man. And Nick Nurse is a championship coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they would not give him that timeout call. I mean, no, Embiid is balling, man. For what he listen, you got to understand, no, Steven, that's the thing. Embiid, the first game, he wasn't really he wasn't doing as good. He shot a horrible percentage. He had like he was doing good on the rebound somewhat. But this game right here, he played a lot better. But it was really Maxi holding it down. Other than that, we really didn't. We had we were doing it more so on defense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying about Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre, if you want to talk about anybody that's lacking, it's been Kelly Oubre and it's been Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, he hit a couple of key shots. He was balling. I'm thinking he gonna turn the corner. Man, next thing you know, man, he gets lost in the sauce, man. So I can't say that Joel Embiid is lacking. This man is now almost damn near a month from being removed from a surgery, and then you throwing him right in the playoffs. He didn't even have that much time to really get himself going. So I'm not going to say that Joel Embiid is lacking. I've always said this. I felt like Joel Embiid should just go ahead and just sit down if you really aren't 100%, because you could clearly see that he's hobbled. He's not the same. That stuff catches up with your body, man. All them injuries and stuff. You got to think about it. Every single postseason, he's hurt with something. Be it be if it's not his eye, it's his hand. If it ain't his hand, it's his knee. You know what I'm saying? He always got something going on with him, but he's playing through it. And it's like you can't knock him, but it's like, well, damn, can you be 100%? Can you be 100%? Can you have no problems? I can see a sprained ankle here and there, but man, like all these like torn this and broken this and orbital bone stuff like that, man. It's not. It takes a toll on your body, and it's starting to show. And he's not getting any younger. This dude is, he's pretty much about to be 30. It's over with for him, man. I like in terms of him, because next year what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen next season. If we don't make no moves, he gonna go through the same grueling season. He gonna have another injury. Then it's gonna take him time to get back going. That was the whole thing with Shaq. Shaq used to go through the same thing, except he was hurt in the regular season. Sometimes, of course. Yeah. That's a good point, Ted. I agree with that. Yeah, his body is like 40 years old, man. Like that's what I was saying about Klay Thompson. That's what I was saying about Klay Thompson. And it's like, look, the only thing that you could really say, like when we talk about like LeBron, he's in good shape, but at the same token, his thing is okay. He gonna overdo it, and it don't have nothing to do with injuries or none of that other stuff. He might have some knick-knack injuries here and there, but that's because of the common injuries that you face as you get 35 and older. And he's playing in a professional league with a whole bunch of guys that done came from extreme competition out of D1 colleges. Yeah, man. And you got to think about it, man. And see, they rush to get back. Like if if we're doing like everyday stuff, okay, like Ted, let's say, you're an everyday worker, and the only thing you do is just go to work and stuff like that. But then you end up, breaking your ankle, or you end up tearing your knee or something like that. Well, you're just gonna heal and rest to try to make sure that you could maintain a good quality of life. Okay, but see, the difference between a professional player, a professional NBA player, NFL player, is that they're rushing to get back to where they were, because for one, they don't want to take any time off because they don't want to get in any type of slump or anything like that. And then for two, they don't want their value to go down either, because if they come back and let's say you got a max player like a Joel Embiid that is really needed, and he's pretty much, everybody sees him as the franchise. Okay, he got to rush back, but he wants to rush back, and then he has to be where he was, like in terms of him putting up 50, putting up 60 and 70 and all that stuff. But if he takes time out, he knows that he gonna have to get back into shape. It's gonna take a while. Then he gonna have to deal with the media saying, "Okay, well, yeah, is it time for him to retire?" Stuff like that, because maybe he's starting off a little slow, and they don't want to go through any of that. Yeah, or lose their spot. But the thing about it is, look, that's what I said. Um, I think a couple of the brothers were saying this too. I think Chicken might have said it, and Two Raw said it too. Man, just yeah, we might lose and stuff like that, but man, 100%. And if you're not 100%, at least be like 90 something percent. Because I know that there's an argument there. People are gonna be like, well, players aren't healthy during this time of year, which I give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players, they're dealing with injuries, nursing injuries, because they're still they're going through the grind. They went through a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And so by the end of the season or whatever, you got guys that their bodies are in pain, man, from going through so much. Some guys might not even be telling you anything, and they're just playing through it. But then when that off season comes, that's why a lot of guys in the off season sometimes, man, they take like a good month and a half, sometimes 2 months, just to heal their body and don't do nothing. Do you think Bridges playing good basketball? We need more shots. Yeah, he's doing real good, man. Doing good, man. When you said Reed needs more shots, Reed is Reed is not gonna really create his own shot, man. He's a guy, man. He's gonna rely on offensive rebound. He's gonna be like a cleanup guy. Might occasionally, do the pick and roll and all of that, but um, we're in a good position. We had that game, man. We had that game. We can sit up here and blame the refs all day, but the game is over with. Now we got to move on. Now we got to capitalize on what we did. Um, I'm glad there hasn't been no blowouts. I'm glad these games have been going down to the wire. People want to see that. I want to see that. I don't want to see, no blowouts, like there was last season. You had a few blowouts last season. I wonder what the viewership was for the Nuggets and the Lakers game. Devin Zio. Yeah, he is good. He is good. Like I said, man, they got a lot of players, man. They got a lot of players, man, that really need to be put out there. They need to, they need to market some of these people. That's where I come in. We're gonna talk about the players that they really not talking about. Instead of just talking about the everyday, LeBron, 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 and people are gonna miss it, man. Hey, listen, when LeBron retires and when Steph Curry retires, I get, man, it's gonna be a lot of channels, man. It's like, well, damn, what else do we talk about now? Or are they just gonna rely on just talking about LeBron all the time? You see what I'm saying? That's why I like bringing up other players. You said Sixers pass, right? Yeah, I know. But Ted, we got to worry about. Listen, right now, our biggest thing is paying Maxi in the off season. I want to pay Maxi in the off season. Okay, give him a max. He deserves a max. Okay, especially if I mean for what he done this season, I think he does deserve a max. And we got to get up under the. But if we pay Maxi that contract because we were trying to get him on. It was for a 4 year. I think it was like 4 year, 140 mil. That's what we were focusing on getting Maxi, but they didn't give it to him. If he does good in this playoffs, you know what I'm saying, which I have, he's doing a good job so far. He just last night he took a risk. Hey, he missed a shot or whatever, but that's what you need. You got to go through that grind. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, just think about him. He's missed shots. I like, Maxi. The thing about it is Maxi can play both. That's the thing. That's the thing that's special about a guy like Jamal Murray, Ted. Jamal Murray, although he's listed at point guard, and I remember, I think I don't know, it was somebody on here that I was going at it with, but we basically was like, nah, Maxie Murray is a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, but he has the ability to play a point guard. But like last night, that was him being a shooting guard when he iced the game. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Lowry has been doing it for quite some time, and also Lowry. Don't forget Lowry and Nick Nurse have won a championship together. They've won a championship together. So Nick Nurse is gonna let Kyle Lowry flex his muscles, so to speak. Yeah, he is, and it's gonna take some time. Listen, man, Maxie, not you gotta understand, Max. Y'all gotta understand, man. Maxie ain't even 25 yet, man. This dude ain't even 25 yet. He got a long time. Kyle Lowry is 37, 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of experience that he got to know, and to be under the tutelage of a guy like Kyle Lowry, that's great because Lowry is a winner. Lowry has won. He's been in the championship. He's been in playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He done been there. You know what I'm saying? He knows what it takes to win. Now, is he a Hall of Famer? Mm, if he is, he's not first ballot. But some people might put him in. Some people might put him in the Hall of Fame, though. Because if you look at Kyle Lowry's numbers, he's got decent numbers. Man, Glorilla like everybody, man. Look, man, I knew, man. Look, Ted always trying to get something started, man. Nah, Glorilla like Dame. You know what I'm saying? She like LeBron. Nah, but nah, man. Maxie got he got a while. But see, them guys that come out of Kentucky that played up under Calipari, they wild, man, like how they play. He's Maxie, when he first got there, he was real out of control, but I liked him though, because of his aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid to fail. But he's starting to calm down just a little bit. He still sometimes he goes back to, his old habits and stuff. Because I study Maxie, and plus now when you see him in person, because I've seen him play in person, Maxie calm as a mug, but every now and then he'll get explosive and stuff like that. But he pretty much just running everybody because he hard to keep up. Listen, when he play pickup, man, that dude, man, he just be icing it, icing it, icing it, icing it. Every now and then he'll go to, because Maxie, if you seen him in person, man, he's 6'2", 6'3". But that dude is a beast. Get through the rack, can finish. And I'm talking about at a regular pickup game. Just finish like with ease. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at him on an NBA stage and stuff like that, you might be like, oh man, he way out of control and stuff like that. But the dude is so explosive and so fast, and he's shifty too. Now he's not as shifty as a SGA, but they both played at Kentucky. They got that, SGA is so shifty. You said Dame and free man. Now, Doc Rivers gave Maxie the keys. Yeah, he did. I watched Rico Hines NBA pickup games. Yeah. Rico Hines, man, and one day I'm gonna take my son out there to LA to Poly, cause I know some people out there, and see, of course you gotta have an invite out there and stuff, but they'll let people come in there and stuff, and look at the games and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's it's some good competition when you talk about Rico Hines, and they be going at it. And it's not just NBA players, man. It's everybody, overseas players, a few college players. They go out there too. Nah, not at all. Nah, you can't. You know, um, in some places like that, Ted, they'll ask you to leave if you're not like, um, if you out there, forcing turnovers, you getting the ball ripped from you. You know what I'm saying? You taking shots and you airballing, and you getting your stuff pinned to the glass, and you making unforced errors, and just playing sloppy and stuff, and you don't know what you're doing and stuff, and they're picking you up 94 feet in like three, four possessions. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near game. They'll ask you to leave, man. But you know what? What's interesting though? Last night reminded me, the especially the Lakers and the Nuggets, especially the Lakers and the Nuggets, man. It reminded me of one of those pickup games. like when y'all be in the gym and you think that the game is over with and stuff, and then that boy Jamal Murray like game. That's what it reminds you of. Like like you have a game that's pretty much gonna go to most likely 12 or 15. So let's say the game is going to 15 or whatever, man, and he just iced it. That's what that game reminded me of. You know what I'm saying? So you said Murray plays in 20. Well, yeah, 21. Well, out here we play 25. I used to play 21. We play 25. I was like, man, I came out here. I was like, man, I play 25. I thought it was 21. 21 by himself. Wow, that's crazy. Or 1-on-1 by yourself. Nah, I'm gonna tell you again. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce though. But uh, a good game. If you're trying to get into good basketball shape, and anybody will tell you this, all right. And if you're trying to get right again, all right, the best thing that you could do, well, one of the best things that you could do is get somebody that you're real cool with that plays ball, and y'all play 1-on-1 full court. 1-on-1 full court. Man, I'm going with the T Wolves again. I'm going with the T Wolves. Yeah, they can't stop Anthony Edwards. Matter of fact, man, the series is going to be over pretty quickly. It's just too much. Nobody's going to stop Anthony Edwards. Rudy Gobert. They're too long for Phoenix. That's why they call them the Monstars. They're long. You got Cat, you know what I'm saying, when he's on big man, then you got, Mike Conley Jr. that's able to come out there and facilitate, man. Chris Finch, man, he's a good coach, man. Nah, they don't have no answer for him. And you heard what Michael Jordan said. You heard what MJ said. Now y'all think I'll be playing. MJ said that guy is special. That's coming from the great MJ. That's coming from Michael Jordan. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they can win, man. But hey, man, I gotta go ahead and bounce, man. I'll come with some heat later. Make sure y'all like the video, share, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Straight to the point. I'll get at y'all later.